Good evening, everyone, and welcome to New in the Studio. I'm here at the Stamper Studio. Obviously, I am not Lisa. I'm sorry to disappoint, but you're stuck with me tonight. No, I'm Dave Schmid, also of the Stamper Studio, and here to tell you about some exciting things that are new in the studio. Tonight, we are going to focus on the new website. Stampin' Up! Launched a great new ordering website, which has a bunch of really cool features. And so tonight we're going to go ahead and walk through some of those. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, first thing you see on the website is obviously it's got a nice new design. I will also say that it is fully mobile friendly. And so it is much easier to use on your mobile device, whether that be a phone or a tablet. The pages will all resize and work perfectly on your mobile devices. So that is a great enhancement. Now, the first thing I will say is, sorry, I need to switch screens here. Within the website, up over at the top, you can sign into your account. Now you can sign into your account. You'll see I went there from the hamburger menu up here on the top left. You can sign into your account or you can create an account. Now, if you already had an account on our website in the previous version, you don't have to set up anything new. Your same login and password work exactly like they always have. So that's a great feature there. So if I just click on that login, you'll enter your email and your password. You can click that Remember Me, which is kind of handy if you use the same device a lot, and then you can sign in. Now, there are a number of advantages to signing in, and we're going to walk through just a few of those in just a second here. So if I go back over here, now you can see it says, Hi David, because I'm signed in as me. If I click on my name, I can see my account. And so I've got my account settings. I could change my password if I wanted to. It has addresses. So I have my default shipping address, which is where it normally sends things to me. I could also add other addresses. If I have somewhere else that I send things, maybe I have a family member or a cabin or someplace else, or if you send stuff to work because you don't want someone to see it at home, I've heard that happens on occasion. You could add those addresses in here as well, and it'll be saved when you go to order. Now this next one, My Lists, is huge. This is a great way for you to be able to create lists of things that you want to remember. By default, you have a favorites list automatically, which means throughout the site, if you click on a heart, you can add it to your list. Your favorites is there. You also could create a new list. And so if I create a new list, I could give it a name like birthday wish list. And here's how you could create a list and put things on there, and then you can share that list with other people, whether it be your husband, significant other, your wife, your kids, whoever is going to send you something fun, you can share that list with them. You can see I have something in my favorites list here, and if I click on that, I just clicked on favorites, that took me into my favorites list. I could add everything on my favorites list to my shopping cart, always a great option. Or I could share this list with other people. So if I click share, it gives me a link. I can copy that link and paste it into an email or a text message and send that off to someone. And when they click on it, they'll be brought right into your wish list, whichever one you've shared with them, and then they can go ahead and order those things for your birthday. So great way to be able to store lists of things for yourself, as well as make things available for other people to buy things for you. So that's a great feature. If you haven't already, if you want to say hello in the comments section, it's always great for us to know that you're here. We have Lisa monitoring the comments tonight, normally my job, but tonight I've turned that over to Lisa. So let's keep going here on down the line. Now next on the left-hand side, we have Demonstrator. Now, obviously, yours should say Shopping with Lisa Schmid, because that is obviously our preference. However, if you don't see Lisa there, you can search for a demonstrator and add her as your preferred demonstrator so that when you log in, you'll be able to order directly through our website. Next on the left-hand side, we have communication. Here's where you can check that you want to receive our emails. Lisa does a weekly email newsletter as well as some other periodic things. This is just one more way for you to be able to subscribe and get our communications. Last one is you could sign out, which there's really no need for you to unless you're on a shared computer and you don't want someone logging into your account. If it's your own personal device, whether it's your phone or your home computer that only you use, there's no need for you really to sign out, and that might just save you a step. All right, so let's head back to the main screen. All right, so up at the top, as always, there's going to be some promotions of things that are going on. Now mine is looking really big on this screen, and I'm not sure why, but that's okay. As we move down, we can see some more great images, things like Explore the Colors, things that are being featured right now. Forever Greenery, that's a great set, a suite that we're going to be featuring in one of our classes. I'll tell you more about that later. And as we move down, there are a lot of different things that are being featured currently, as well as some specific products as we get down to the bottom. But the biggest thing people want to know is, how do I find things? How can I come in and order something? Because frequently you've already seen it, maybe through a demonstration we've done or one of our videos, and said, you know, I want to get that. So let's go back up to the top. And actually, I'm going to go to the hamburger menu over on the top left-hand side and click Shop Products. Now, right from the start, you can see we have some big groupings of things that we can look at. We can take a look at some of the bundles, the inks, paper and packaging, or stamps. I'm just going to click paper and packaging here for a second, because you can see when we do that, it opens up another menu. So are you looking for cardstock, cards and envelopes, pattern paper, specialty paper? And you can just continue working your way through here. So if I say I'm looking for cards and envelopes, and I'm looking for envelopes, at that point it's going to bring me in, and I can see all the different envelopes. Nice big images, huge improvement from the past website to be able to see what it is that you're looking for. When you're in any item, you can click on the words describing it, or you can click on the envelope, or the image, sorry, in this case it's an envelope. And that's going to bring you into the specifics. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Melanie. Thanks for joining us tonight. As you can see, if there are other images, which for an envelope, there's no other images, because you just have the one thing. You've got the full description, the price. You can add it to your cart, or here's that add to list. So if I click on that heart, I can either add it to my favorites list, or I could add it to that birthday list that I just created, or even from here, I could create a new list. You might have a project coming up that you're starting to look at the things you're going to need for that. Maybe there's a stamp set and some specific envelopes or paper. You could create a list just for that project and just have that there ready. So once you're firm on what you want to do, you could just pull up that list of things that you need for your project and go ahead and add them to your cart and order. So great way for you to be able to utilize that. All right, let's go ahead and go back to our home screen. I'm going to come over and take a look again down at shopping products. Now let's take a look at some of the bundled savings. So here again, I clicked on bundled savings. We now can look at ink bundles, blocks, stamp and dies, stamp and punch. Maybe there's a stamp and punch bundle that I want to take a look at. And so right here you can see we've been taken right in there. But the nice thing is I can also continue to filter down further. So maybe I remember that it was something that I saw in the current mini catalog. So I could check that, and that's now going to narrow what it's showing me down to bundles that are in the current mini catalog. Hi, Doris. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Maybe there's a suite that I want to narrow down to. So right now, these are all the stamp and punch bundles that are in the mini catalog. And again, I could go ahead and click on one of these. I'm going to go ahead and click on Christmas Gleaming Variety Bundle. Because what I want to show you there is, how on the envelope we just had one picture? Well, now we have several images to give us a better idea of what this bundle's all about. So we can see it's got the stamps, 2 punches, as well as that designer series paper, which make just a great combination. And so it gives me the ability to be able to see what's there. Hi, Barb. Thanks for coming. Obviously, I'm not Lisa for those of you joining late. I am Dave Schmid with the Stamper Studio, and here just taking you through our new ordering website. Now, as I said, same thing with this bundle. We could go ahead and add it to the cart, add it to our list. And as we scroll down, we're going to get even more detail on what's included in this bundle. So you can really get all of the details right there, be able to see it up close, personal, great images, very easy to see, and you could go ahead and order that. So let's go ahead and, sorry, just taking a look at my list to make sure I don't miss anything here. The other thing, I want to go back for just a second. So back when I was here and I was clicking on some of these different filters, the one nice thing is if I've gone too far and I can't find, I can always hit clear. And it's going to clear out any of those filter choices that I selected. So now I'm not just looking at the mini catalog. Now I have all the Stampin' Punch bundles, regardless of which catalog it's a part of. And so I could easily see those. So these filters on the side are a great way for you to be able to narrow down and find what you're looking for. But then also you can always clear those to just jump back out and see exactly what you want. Want to also just draw your attention over here. I'm now at near the top on the right-hand side, and you can see how they're sorted. So right now it's by relevance closest to the search that I have. If I wanted to look at the newest items first, I could search so that those are brought up to the top of the list, or maybe it's based on price or alphabetical. Maybe I know the name and I'm going to scroll through and look at it from that standpoint. I could organize these alphabetically and then be able to find the one that I'm trying to look for. There also is up at the far top in the blue banner, we have this search icon, the magnifying glass. And so I always can type in here anything that I'm looking for. So maybe I'm looking for forever, and you can see as I start to type, it's pulling up what matches so far. And if I kept typing, if I said forever fern, it's going to continue to narrow that list down. Oops, sorry, I scrolled down when I should have stayed where I was. Fern. And I can go ahead and click on any of these things that are matching my search. So if I clicked on Forever Fern, same thing. I can see all of the images. I can add it to my list. Bundled savings tells me that I'm looking at a bundle right here. I also could look at the individual items if I only wanted the stamp set or only wanted the dies. I will say that this is a great set. If you look at some of these dies with the greenery, it makes a lot of really great accents. You're going to notice a lot when Lisa is doing chat and connect over cards that some of these pieces of this die set come in frequently, whether it's making a wreath or just accenting a design, which is just very cool to see. All right. The other thing, let's just go back here. We've been looking at shop products a lot. As I scroll down, I was staying up here sort of in these larger groups. As I scroll down, I can see some of those smaller groupings of things. So maybe I just want to look at kits, or I want to look at storage. I can also shop by color. What's new? Sales and specials. Maybe I just want to see what is on clearance right now. I have the ability to do that as well. Take a look at the clearance items. One of the things that I will show you, clearance, obviously, they're only here for a limited time. And I'm not seeing what I was going to look at there. That's okay. We will go back. All right, let's just take a look and see if we've had any questions so far. No, we're doing okay. One of the nice things that I will say is throughout the website, I'm going to go to a page that would make a little more sense for me. So I'm going to go to what's new and new arrivals. All right, throughout the website, hey Trudy, thanks for joining us. Throughout the website, over on the right-hand side, you can see this feedback button. One of the nice things about the feedback button is a great way for you to provide feedback on the new website. So if I click on that, I can either give generic feedback or specific. I'm going to start with generic and just show you what that looks like. So first off, I can say, what is it that I like or don't like on a scale of fun emojis here. Then I choose a subject. This one's maybe going to be a compliment, although I could give a suggestion or something regarding a technical issue. And then what do I want to share? Of all the great images on the new site. How likely are we to recommend? Very likely. And then I can't. Sorry, because I'm sharing my screen, I can't get down to the bottom here to submit it. Down at the bottom, there's a submit button. We're just going to go with that. All right. The other nice thing I wanted to show you, though, is on feedback, I mentioned that specific feedback. And so if I click on that, it says, what part of this page would you like to give feedback on? Because if you're looking at a page and for some reason the image didn't show up or the text is all jumbled or not coming through correctly, you can say something specific. So I could say maybe if this image wasn't showing up, I could click on that image of the stamp pads. I can say, that I'm, not too happy with that. It's a technical issue. And then I could say, the images weren't showing up on this page. And then they would get information on that specific thing that I clicked. So it's a great way for you to give very specific feedback, good or bad. Obviously, anytime you launch a new website, there's a lot of questions. People are learning how it works. And being able to get feedback like that is tremendous. So if you have anything good or a suggestion that you want to make, definitely use that feedback button. It's a great way to do it. Now, I want to take you through a few of the ordering pieces here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some things to my cart. Actually, I have the story label punches in there currently. Let's say I wanted to add these stamp pads. I could either view my cart or I can keep shopping. Always keep shopping. Sorry, I just want to get some things with a few more. Hi, Tracy. I'm going to add this to my cart. I'm going to come back to stamps. Now you'll notice now I just clicked on stamps. And so now I'm fully into the stamps. I could filter based on size, price, all different things. I want to get up a little bit. So I'm going to add something expensive. There we go. We're going to add a set of blocks because that's going to bump up my total. Hey, Jan. Okay, so with that, I want to go ahead and take a look at my cart so far. So if I come up to the top and take a look at my cart. Currently, I have 4 items in my cart. Of course, I'm just short of where I wanted to be. But this gives me a chance to show you something. When it's in your cart, you can see right here for these stamps that it's low inventory. That's telling you that it's something that they're running a little bit low on inventory, and you may want to get that ordered sooner rather than later so that you don't miss out on that. I'm going to go back to shopping and add one more item to my cart. Oh, I always need some adhesive. So I'm going to add some dimensionals. And I really like the mini dimensionals because for detailed things, I can get in right in there. And just to bump my total up, I'm going to order 10 of those. All right, so now when we go back to our cart, because what I wanted to show you is, so now I have the chance to look at all my items. If I decided I didn't need quite that many or I wanted to take something out of my cart, I could select the trash can over here on the right-hand side to take something out. I could change my quantity. Maybe I'm going to order 2 of these so that I can give one to a friend. And down at the bottom, I have my order summary. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice is anytime you order using our host code. If you get here by going to order.thestamperstudio.com, the nice thing is our monthly host code will always be added right there. Now, you know, because you've been with us for a while, that if you order more than $150, that you get some benefits of your own and you can make it your own party, because we all know you are your own party. And so if I saw this and I said, oh, my total is 198, I could get some free benefits. I could remove the host code. So right here on the line that says host code, I can remove that. And at this point, you can see I now have this dot up here that's showing me that I have some host benefits that I haven't taken advantage of. So if I scroll up, or if I just click on that gift icon, because I have some Stampin' Rewards. Hi, Marlene. We can see right here, I clicked on that, and it says I have $19.85 in Stampin' Rewards to spend. Now, there's a couple things I could do at this point. I could go into one of the things that I already ordered and add it to my rewards, but who wants to do that? Because if I'm getting free stuff, I don't want to waste it on the stuff I already ordered. I want to get more stuff. So if I click on more information, it's going to tell me about Stampin' Rewards. But really, all I want to do is I want to go back and go shopping. So if I go back to the home page, and I can go in and shop specials, or if I have stuff on my list, I could go and get some more things from my list. But I'm just going to go in and click on birthday stamps. And now when I click on one of these, this just brings something up. I just want to show you. Obviously, we have English and French stamps. Right over in those filters I told you about, I can just click English. That's going to make sure that I don't accidentally order some French stamps, which you may have noticed in my cart I had some French stamps. But by clicking that English button, now I know I'm only looking at English stamps. And so I love this moving along photopolymer set. So if I click on that, I can now, you'll see I have a new button. I've now earned rewards, so I have a claim rewards button here. And so I could say, yep, I want to use this as some of my rewards. Now I can go look at my cart, but I remember that my total was $19 and something, and this was only $17. So, hey, we're not going to waste free stuff. So let's go back. And I also want to get this Games on Klingon set and claim rewards. All right, at this point, I know that I've used them all up, but if I go to my cart, it's also going to tell me that as well. As we scroll down, we now see my Stampin' Rewards, and we have that first set that I added, and we have that second set. Obviously, I'm going to end up paying the difference on that because it doesn't. I don't have enough free merchandise to be able to use for that. So I'm claiming my $19.85 in rewards. Hey, Laverne, thanks for coming. And now I could go ahead and check out. So if I click on my checkout button, there's just 4 things that are here in my checkout. One is shipping address. If you haven't put in your address, it's going to make you enter one, but because I signed into my account and I already have my shipping address. Next, I have my shipping method. Now, it's always going to default to normal, but if you want this stuff now because you are excited to get going, if I click edit next to shipping method, I could do 2-day, 3-day, I could do next day if I wanted to. So if I really needed my stuff right away, I could pay that $56.47 and it could be here. Well, in this case, we're past ordering time, so it would be here on Wednesday. I could change my shipping or I could just leave it the same. And then in payment method, if I have one saved in here, I can utilize that. And then lastly, it has who I'm shopping with. So if you're not seeing Lisa at this point, you would have an option to search and find your demonstrator. And if you type in Lisa, that's going to get you a long list of Lisas. If you type Schmid, it's going to be a much shorter list. If you type Lisa Schmid spelled correctly, you're going to get one person. So best way to do it. And again, you have that chance to sign up for our newsletter. We again see our summary, now the product total. my Stampin' Rewards, how much I'm paying because there was that difference that I had to pay for, tax, shipping, and then my grand total. That's a steal of a deal for everything that I just added, including those 10 packs of dimensionals. Lisa's dying over here because she's like, 10 packs of Stampin' Dimensionals. What are you doing? You know, I love my dimensionals. I love to pop stuff up. So anyway, and then I would click submit order. Now you all know I'm not going to click submit order because we already have almost all this stuff already. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to the main screen. Now, one of the nice things, oh, Lisa just reminded me of something. Let's go back to our cart for just a second. One of the things that I glossed over was when we had that host code, we also have the spot to add a coupon code. So if you got one of the coupon codes last month because you spent more than $50, you can add those right here. If I click on the plus, I can enter that code and hit apply. And if you have more than one, you can keep adding those until you've used them all up. It'll just add a new line for each one, and it'll then take that off your total for your order. So coupon codes, great. Thanks for that reminder. Definitely want to remember to utilize those. All right. Do we have any other questions that have come in at all?
What if I can't find them?
What if I can't find my coupon codes? You can email.
No, they're in your email.
Oh, they're in your email. You also could call customer support. They could also find them for you. But I would go to your email first. And if you look up coupon code, that's one of the best ways to search your email. It's likely to come up that way. So look in your emails first. Customer care would really be your fastest way after that, either by email or just give them a call. Remember, always they're on Mountain Time. So just keep that in mind. All right. That takes us through the new website. I am excited for how many great new features. I will tell you that the lists, for sure, as a way for you to be able to utilize those things, as well as, sorry, I'm just shifting screens here for just a second. There we go. The lists are a great feature to be able to store your stuff there. The other thing that's good, if you put things in your cart and then leave and come back, they will still be there. You don't have to remember to do that. You're not going to have to re-enter things. It will save your cart the next time you come in.
If I'm a demonstrator, do I still get Stampin' Rewards?
Yes, if you are a demonstrator, you do still get Stampin' Rewards. That's the good thing. You are your own best customer. I can tell you. We maybe have a little experience with that. So yes, definitely can do that. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a better understanding of the new website. Couple reminders just as we wrap up here. Let me just switch our screen over. We have a couple things coming up. One date that you want to remember is this Wednesday is the deadline to sign up for two great events we have coming up. The first one is Simple Stamping. Simple Stamping, the class is going to be on August 20th at 7 p.m. As always, that's a virtual class, so you can join us live at that time, or we'll send you a link and you can watch the instructions and make the cards on your own time. You'll be making 4 cards for $12. Lisa sends everything that you need to make those cards, and then we make them together in the virtual session, or like I said, you can watch that video. But registration is by this Wednesday, and there's only 8 spots left there, so you don't want to miss out on that. So if you are not registered yet, I would recommend you go to register.thestamperstudio.com to register for that class. Let me just put that at the bottom for us. Again, 8 spots left. And then someone wants to know when I am teaching Barb wants to know when I am teaching a card class. I will be happy to teach a class anytime you want. If Lisa lets me back in front of the camera, she does like being here. I'm not sure she'll share, but if she lets me come on, I will happily teach a card class. Next event I just want to remind you about. Registration for that is also on Wednesday. That's our Christmas card workshop. The first one coming up is going to be on August the 29th. Thank you. For that, you're going to make 5 each of 4 designs. We're going to be using the Wrapped with Christmas stamp set. Now, the nice thing is we're actually going to offer 3 sessions. Each of those sessions is going to have different card designs, but they're all going to be using Wrapped in Christmas. And so the first time you register, include the Wrapped in Christmas in your order. And then if you come back for a second or a third session, you'll have the stamp set that we're going to be using. Lisa will continue with each additional session to send out the new materials, everything you need. That also is registered by Wednesday. Like with all of them, it's virtual, so you can join us live on the day and time that we have posted, or you can watch the video later and just do the instructions on your own. I have a heckler on the side who's a little distracting.
No.
Okay. So,
Lauren said your assistant is very helpful tonight.
so again, register.thestamperstudio.com if you want to register. And as always, if you are ordering, just go to order.thestamperstudio.com. That will bring you directly in. You'll already have Lisa selected as your demonstrator. It'll be the new website, and you can create your lists, share your lists, and do all those fun things. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. And with that, we're going to sign off. So happy stamping.